From Idaho's News Channel 7, this is Friday Night Football.
Well, from wherever you're watching, we like to make this nice and convenient. Whether you're at home or on the road or still hanging out at a stadium somewhere, welcome to Friday Night Football on KTVB Plus and KTVB YouTube page. An exciting season coming up. This is technically week one. Yes, it was a busy 0 week last week, but really the real kickoff for everybody throughout the state.
It definitely feels a little bit different tonight with just so much more going on. We had some great games last night. We have some great games tonight, too.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Whoever arranges these schedules, man, they had a doozy right out the gate. Last year, Meridian had a great season. Mountain View was the only undefeated team left in the 5A state playoffs. The Warriors went over to their place and ended the Mavs season a little bit early. So how do we start this season? Well, with Mountain View getting or seeking redemption, I should say, by traveling over to Meridian. We go to the highlights. By the way, we asked you guys at home to vote on the KTVB Game of the Week. This one, by far and away, the favorite of everyone watching at home right now. Early on, the Mavs struggled to move the ball on offense. Warrior star linebacker Nathan Reynolds just sniffs out the option. He comes up with the stop to force a punt. On the next Mountain View drive, the Mavs, it appears like they're going to find their stride. Grayson Flatten is a flat-out playmaker, one of the best in the state. Comes down with a one-handed grab there near midfield, but a flag negates the positive play. So later on the drive, Flatten gets it again, and this time he's flattened out of the backfield. That's Max William that stones him near the line of scrimmage to force yet another punt. Now, the theme of Mountain View on offense would kind of continue. For a moment, this appears to be a touchdown pass from Dawson Wall to Mackay Patwell to level the game up at 7, but flag on the play again. A penalty negates that thing, and well, Mountain View, 2 plays later, would turn it over. This is Ryan Corder dropping back into coverage, making the diving interception for the Meridian football team. Now, Meridian would take over on offense, and finally a glimmer of hope for Mountain View. Meridian puts the ball on the deck. Mountain View picks it up. Maximus Miley with the scoop and score. And now the game is finally tied at 7. Right before halftime, though, on 4th and 6 near midfield. I'm not going to lie, my camera was acting a little funny tonight. The grainy footage, it doesn't really matter. All you need to know is Zeke Martinez hits Riley Byington for the score. That made it 13-7 Meridian. That would be your final score. The Warriors pick up a big win.
You got to love to see a defensive battle like that. Well, let's take a look at 2 of the powerhouses of the Gem State meeting up tonight. The top-ranked Rocky Mountain Grizzlies hosting the Coeur d'Alene Vikings all the way from up north. We'll jump right into the action in the first quarter. Tegan Sweeney airing it out. And look at Luke Lucchini with the leaping effort to haul that one in. It's 1st and goal for the Grizzlies, and it would not take long after that. Art Williams powers his way across the goal line from 2 yards out. Rocky Mountain takes an early 13-0 lead. Now later on in the second, they're trying to keep their feet on the gas, but the pass is tipped straight up into the air. Coeur d'Alene's Cooper Erickson pulls that one down for the interception. That gives the Vikings some great field position, but their drive would end up stalling out. CDA settling for the field goal. Rocky Mountain defense stepping up, blocking the kick, and the Grizzlies hold on to a shutout through the first half. They'd go on to win it 30-7, and Rocky's really living up to that first place ranking.
Man. Couple of good weeks. Their defense playing lights out 2 weeks into the season. All right, let's move along now. We go over to Donald Larson Park. Timberline facing the Bora Lions, and the Lions, man, were they coming out the gates roaring tonight. Corbin McCarney drops back and hits Parker Rushton with the short screen pass. He would just outrun every other human on the field. 70 yards later, they give him 7 points for his efforts. The Lions take a lead early on. After that, McCartney just decides to keep it himself. Bora continuing to boom on offense. This made it 14-0 in favor of the Lions. And we'll give you one more here. McCartney passes to Trace Freeman. He would eventually stiff-arm a defender before eventually scoring yet another touchdown for the Lions. That made it 21-0. Bora rolls tonight, 41-0 the final.
Well, let's jump over to Centennial High School. The Patriots hosting the Owyhee Storm, and Owyhee has the early lead in this one, and they 21-7, knocking on the door once again. 3rd and long, though. Matt Irwin rolls out. He hits Tanner Cope, and he gets right through some tackles, gets the Storm set up on the 1-yard line. From there, Irwin keeps it for himself. He breaks into the plane for a touchdown. That's a 3-touchdown lead but Centennial would answer back immediately. You got to love the most electric play in high school football. The kickoff return, Jacob Carney gets a nice hole, and the senior has nothing but green grass ahead. He says peace out as he breaks in for the score. But the Storm get one last laugh in this one. Check out this goal line play. Irwin rolling out, just kind of tosses it up. Touchdown reeled in by Max Saavedra. Owyhee storming through the Patriots tonight. They take this one 45-14. A nice 2-0 start to the season for them.
Like a backhand there?
Yeah, it's kind of like a shovel pass, almost like a jump shot.
Hey, whatever works, I guess. 45 points for Owyhee, too. Good to see. All right, let's get on out to Kuna. I hope you like some offense, Brady. I was at a defensive battle to start the night, and then I got this one. The Cavemen looking to start the season 2-0. They were hosting Skyview. The Hawks were flying high on offense in the third. Tied at 21. Max Cutforth just floats one to Thad Robinson for the score. Kuna would answer right back, though, and I mean right back. On the second play of the ensuing drive, senior QB Cole Lukenga, that's fun to say, drops back and finds Luke Snare for the pass reception right there. He works his way across the field, eventually hits the right sideline, and he wouldn't stop running until the score was tied. It was a packed house at Kuna tonight. Following another Skyview punt, the Cavemen would strike yet again. This time it's Lukenga that goes up over the top to Luke Seltu. 81 yards later, Kuna jumps back in front on the scoreboard, and they simply would not stop there. Desperate for points, Cutforth tries to force one for Skyview, but it's Kuna senior linebacker Logan Blades that makes the one-handed grab and then takes it the short distance for the pick six. The Cavemen roll at home tonight, 48-35, the final over Skyview.
Well, kind of like what we talked about earlier, some beautiful landscapes tonight as we still have the sun out. You can see Nampa, the cheerleaders, cheering on the Bulldogs, getting ready to take on Middleton. In the first quarter, Middleton's quarterback Decker Hagler hands the ball off to Pachi Franks, and he runs right up the sideline, taking that one deep into Bulldogs territory for the first down. No, after that, just a couple plays later, this time they're going to go through the air. Tate Johansson gets the catch, runs it in all the way for a touchdown. The score 6-0 for Middleton after that one. Now we'll jump ahead still in the first quarter. On the 31-yard line, Nampa's quarterback Gabe Navarro hands the ball off to Daniel Carrillo. He breaks right through Middleton's defense, getting that first down. And a couple plays later, Navarro, he's going to go through the air himself. It's Peyton Gunter taking the ball down this time, but Tate Johansson is there to break that one up. Now, a big thank you to the viewer who texted us the final score in this one. Middleton would hang on in a close one, 36-34 for the win tonight.
Let's go, viewer. Finally, we get a final score. Big win for Middleton. Their first since bumping up to the 5A classification. Hey, how about a little throwback to last night? Capital beginning their new era. Hosting Bishop Kelly early on, the Eagles just kind of flying around on defense. That's Ibram Talasso that comes off the edge, forces the fumble. The Knights were lucky to get the ball back, but they would take advantage of their second life. How about this? On 3rd and 14 at the 41, Hadley Smith to Max Giavacco for the score there. That made it 14-0. Later on, Smith goes to Ryan Bordner out of the backfield, and he gets forced out inside the 5. From there, Hadley Smith would take it across the goal line on the QB keeper. This one got out of hand after I left, Brady. 41-6, Bishop Kelly doing work against Capital.
If you're the Knights, can you ask for a better start to the season at that point?
I don't know, man. Capital need to figure it out a little bit offensively. All right, let's go down back out to Canyon County. Twin Falls traveling up to Valley View, and you know who's gold-blooded in my opinion? Our Andrew Bartline, because he made the trip out there to get these highlights for us. 3-point game early on. Valley View trying to threaten on offense near the end of the second half. Isaac Moore hooks up with wide receiver Brock Wilson, and then the duo tries to go back to the same play, but comes up unsuccessful. That would push it to halftime. After that, now the Falcons trying to move along here and, well, trying to get something going on offense, but instead, it's the turnover. Twin Falls recovers, and, well, they try to respond on offense, and they would do so eventually here with the touchdown pass. This was the go-ahead score. Twin Falls doesn't look back. The Bruins go on the road and get a big victory, 41-32 the final.
Well, let's jump down the road over to Caldwell. The Canyon Ridge Riverhawks are all business right out of the gate. in this one. Riverhawks senior signal caller Connor Willis drops a dime to Alex Fierros, and he takes this one all the way to the house. Now get used to seeing the back of that jersey. The Riverhawks led 13-0, and they would go on to force a quick punt, and they're right back for more. Willis tags Tanner Eldridge in the back shoulder. A great bomb, but that's just not enough for this one. They would end up doing it again. Rinse and repeat. Same guys, same play. Touchdown, Riverhawks. Canyon Ridge leads 34-0 at this point, and Caldwell has had enough at this point. Cougar QB Zaylor Brugman pitches the ball to Eduardo Sauceda to move the chains, and right at that point, Caldwell finds themselves on the doorstep. Canyon Ridge ends up picking them off. The Riverhawks go on to drive the length of the field again. This time, Canyon Ridge, they would go on to win it at Caldwell. We are still waiting for the final score for this one. If you have it, we'd love to get a text, 208-321-5614.
Come on, hit us up. We want to report the winning score. All right, we got one more highlight for you. The Columbia student section getting after this one. A little 4A, 3A battle. Fruitland making the short drive over to take on the Wildcats. We pick it up here. Columbia quarterback Matthew Davis hands the ball off. His running back picks up a nice little gain there before eventually getting forced out of bounds. Later in that same drive, go back to the ground again. And this time Fruitland has a little bit of a better answer, although Columbia fighting for yards. After that, how about we bring on special teams? We haven't done a lot of special teams highlights tonight. Well, Columbia gives us one. They split the uprights to take a lead early over Fruitland. After that, we go later in the second. Now Fruitland on offense. Their quarterback puts the ball in the air here, and well, it's Columbia that would eventually wind up with it. At least that's what the shot sheet says, and it is. That's Jared Payne that forces the turnover. The final score of this one tonight, Columbia holds off Fruitland, 17-12, the final score of that one. So a fun night around the Treasure Valley, obviously. A good win there for Columbia, holding off a 3A power in Fruitland. I got to say this, though, man. I was at the Meridian Mountain View game. You ever go to a game, Brady? You're perfect, so probably not.
No.
And miss a highlight?
Whatever you're going to say. No, absolutely not.
I was telling you, I had some camera issues tonight, and Nathan Reynolds, I got to apologize, man. He took a screen pass, ripped it off for 60 yards, and I was battling with my camera there for a second, and I missed it. So, Nathan, I'm sorry, buddy. I hope all the coaches that are recruiting you get to see that play. If somehow Meridian can get us that play, we'll throw it up on highlights at some point in time during the next week. At the very least, maybe on Friday Night Football 7 days from now. But we would try to do it. Phenomenal play, but I'm sorry I missed that one. Hey, it's just the breaks of the game, right?
You know?
Yeah, overall fun night, though, around the Treasure Valley. I got to tell you, we have an awesome team here right now. They are posting highlights. If you missed anything, check out KTVB.com. And even some of the highlights we didn't get to, we still have more final scores for you at KTVB.com. You have fun this week?
Oh, absolutely.
You coming back next week?
Yeah, this is what it's all about, man.
This is what it's all about.
Friday Night Lights. This is what you play for, you know?
It's a lot of fun, and we got some good football. This is just the beginning, only week one for us here on Friday Night Football. It's going to be a fun 2 months. Come along for the ride with us. For now, though, we appreciate you for watching. Go watch some more highlights right now at KTV.com. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.